Good morning, students. Today's topic is CSS and JavaScript in HTML. Let's start with the presentation. CSS. What is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Here, cascading means merging or joining. It refers to adding style for the visual element of the web page or website. Now visual elements, all the tag elements whose content and effect can be seen on the web pages, like all those tags which are used for content like heading, paragraph, body, etc. It helps to keep the information content separate from the details of how to display it. Now this is the basic use of CSS. It is used to separate the information part and the formatting part separated from each other, so that we can concentrate on the information part and the formatting part separately. Okay. The details of how to display the document is known as style. Okay, so style define how our web page content will be displayed on a browser. Style specifies the appearance of the element on the screen. Means if I am using a heading, how the heading content will be displayed on a browser, that will be decided by style. For example, if the website contains repetitive tags that requires particular formatting, instead of typing all the formatting every time, we specify style for that tag. Now what is the use of this CSS basically? Suppose in a page, suppose I am using particular type of tag multiple times. For example, paragraph I am using, and for each time I have to format that paragraph. I have to change the alignment, font size, font color every time. So every time that formatting must be applied in each and every tag. Now instead of adding that formatting in the coding, I define a formatting for the paragraph tag in the initial part, and then every time whenever I am using that tag, automatically all this formatting will be added. Now whenever and wherever the tag is used, the specified style will be applied to each and every tag. This thing we will see in a practical part. Okay, let's move. Syntax of CSS. Now if I am adding CSS through HTML coding, I must know the CSS syntax. Okay, so here CSS syntax consists of special symbols known as rules. A CSS rule has two main parts. A syntax of CSS contains two parts. That is, first is a selector. What is selector? The HTML tag on which or for which we want to apply the style. That is a visual element of our web page. And next one is a declarations. Declarations are attributes along with its values associated with the HTML tag used as a selector. Means whichever the tag I am selecting for CSS, all the attributes like its color, its alignment, its background, its border, all these things are referred as a attributes. Okay, so CSS syntax consists of these two things. Now how it is written? The general syntax, that is, first is a tag name, then in an angular bracket all the attributes line by line. The values to that attribute are given with a colon sign. All the attributes are separated by semicolon. This is important thing. This is the general syntax. Now this is your selector, and this one or more attributes, declarations. Now the most important note, CSS cannot be applied if the file is not saved. Means CSS is applied on a particular file only when it is saved. Okay, let's move. Now let us see in a practical part. Okay, here in a screen I am opening Composer. First of all, I am saving it because CSS is applied only if the file is saved. So first of all, I am saving it, file, and then save. First I have to give the title. So here I am giving title CSS. Okay, and I am saving it on the desktop only with the name css.html. Okay, now my file is saved. Now suppose I want to add one heading. So here first of all I am giving a name. Okay, selecting it in a formatting toolbar 1, I am selecting heading 1. You can see my text becomes a heading. Now I have to modify it. I want to change its color. So from here I am selecting a different color. You can see the color changed. Now I want to change the background color. Then again from here I am selecting a background color. I want to change the alignments. Okay, so this is your heading with the formatting I have applied. Now in the next part, suppose I am again creating a new heading and changing it into the heading 1. Now again all the formatting which I have done, I have to do it again, right? So here I am changing the color. From here I am changing the background, and from here I am changing the alignment. Instead of this, suppose I am selecting CSS from here. Okay, and from internal style I am selecting heading 1 and create style rule. Now if I know the syntax and other coding in HTML, I can directly type over here, and if I don't know, Composer provides us all the wizard facilities. So instead of going to general, I am selecting text. From there I am selecting any of the font family, use custom font family, right? So here I am changing Arial black. Font size I am changing large. Line height normal. Color suppose I want to change, so I am selecting it. Font weight, bold, underline or anything. Font style normal, case, lowercase, uppercase, so I am making it uppercase. Alignment, center alignment. If I want to put underline, overline, all these things I can add. In a background, suppose I want to change the background color, then I am selecting this color. Suppose I don't want color, I want image, then I can also give image also, right? Choose a file and from here I can give the image. Currently I am using only color. Okay, borders, suppose I want to give a border, then here I am provided with all 4 sides use same border style. So suppose if I am using dashed border, then all 4 sides will be same. Okay, so suppose if I untick this, then I can change all the 4 sides. Okay, so this is all about formatting. Okay, this is the formatting I have set for heading. Now whenever I'll use heading, suppose I am changing it to H1, you can see all the formattings which I have applied which I have set, all the formattings are applied automatically. Not for this, every time whenever I am changing it, all the formattings are applied. Okay, so this is the beauty of CSS. Now let's move again to our presentation. This is the practical part. It is asked for 2 to 3 marks in a practical exam. Okay, again move to our presentation. Next part, advantages of CSS. Now what are the advantages? first, CSS makes the website design quick and faster, as we know that the formatting for each and every tag we have to define for only single time. So the website designing becomes quicker and faster. It allows us to set the format of the website without changing the underlying structure of the website. That means if the formatting part and the information part are separated, we can change the structure, we can change the design without changing the actual content. Due to this, we can make changes to the website without fear of changing the data. Okay. Since we have set the style for each element only once, the page coding has less code compared to that in HTML. Thus, page will load faster. This is the advantage. See, for each and every tag, we define the style in a head part. Then in a body part, we have to simply use that tag, right? So at the server side or at the browser side, our page will load faster. These are the advantages. Now next, disadvantages of CSS. It has only one disadvantage. The CSS compatibility varies with a different web browser. That is, the particular web browser do not support CSS, then in this case the style applied through CSS will not be visible on that browser. Now this was happening with the older browsers, right? So if any browser do not support CSS, then whatever the styles we have defined through CSS will not be visible on that browser. So all the effects will be simply displayed in a default style. Fine. So this is all about CSS. In next part we will start with the JavaScript. Okay. Okay. Lastly, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.